guys, welcome back to the main event, Daniel. And yeah, tonight we're in WWF for SummerSlam 1994. So hot, it's scary. It is scary. It's 2 Undertakers we got to do tonight. One's bad enough. You get 2 of them, that's some scary shit right there. Alright, so let's head back to August 29th, 1994 at the United Center in Chicago, Illinois, in front of like 23,000, I believe. And the main event is The Undertaker, with the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase in his corner, going up against The Undertaker, with Paul Bearer in his corner. Holy shit. So the build-up for this match, after the casket match at Royal Rumble 94, where Undertaker was dismantled by everybody, guys ass handed to him. They even opened the urn, and the essence, the power that, you know, keeps the Undertaker coming back, it evaporated away, leaving a lifeless corpse in the ring, and they had no problem dropping him in the casket. But of course, he left a message for everybody that, guess what, I'll be back, blah, 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 blah. And then his spirit, that's the Undertaker, rose from the coffin, or the casket, and ascended to the heavens. I don't know. So that was that. Well, over the next few months, there are Undertaker sightings in various parts of the country, like bakeries. People were just like, hey, the Undertaker came in the other night, got a bagel. I'm not making this up. This was legit. These are legitimate what was going on in 94 in WWF. He just showed up in like random stores and shit. The Undertaker. The Undertaker. This is all kayfabe. This is what was going on. Undertaker just showing up randomly. And, you know, if I'm not mistaken, I think even like some wrestlers were just like, yeah, we saw him, you know, or whatever. As well. It was mostly just regular people, but, you know, they re-interviewed, but like even wrestlers got in on it as well. But either way, the $1 Million Man stepped forward. And of course he was just like, you know, he made the point that, you know, I was the one that brought the Undertaker in. And just so you know, he has joined the $1 Million Corporation. And he said that, yeah, I got him. I brought him in and I'm bringing him back. And of course, this did not sell well with Paul Bearer, because he was like, I know the truth. That's not the Undertaker. That is an imposter. I know where the real Undertaker's at. So a match was set up. Undertaker versus Undertaker. And of course, leading up to this, the whole thing, and I think this was a tie-in with the Naked Gun 33 1/3, the final insult. Leslie Nielsen playing Frank Drebin was on the case, because why not? Trying to figure out the case of the 2 Undertakers. So yeah, there you have it. There's the build-up. Let's get to the actual match. I'll tell you right now, as a kid, I love this. I still like this match. Spoiler alert, I'll just go ahead and jump to it. I like this match. I like the storyline behind it. I think the match itself is, you know, decent. I think a lot of people shit on it for no reason. I love the story. I just like, when it comes to Undertaker, it took a lot for me to like not. I mean, I don't know. I can't think of a single Taker story I didn't like. Like, honestly, like, even though he was more believable as the American Badass, I preferred him fighting Giant Gonzalez and a duplicate Undertaker as opposed to, you know, the American Badass stuff. Because I'm just like, to me, I liked it. I was just more my style, I guess. I got into those kind of dark side kayfabe. Wrestling's real and he's a zombie demon or whatever. I like that. I like the graveyard vignettes and shit. I don't know. I just love that entire his entire mythology. I love, and this in particular. I remember being a kid just being blown away. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't remember if I thought that was their Undertaker or not. Because it's weird. I'm gonna watch it now. It's so clear. I'm not talking about when they stand side by side. Obviously, when they stand side by side, you know clearly which one's which. I mean, once again, you know clearly which one's which by looking at the face. But I can't remember if I, you know, as a kid, if I thought that was really the Undertaker initially. Because I mean, for a couple of weeks leading up to it, or maybe more than that, the fake Undertaker was wrestling matches. I mean, with DiBiase in his corner. So I'm trying to remember back. I'm blanking. Some shit's just foggy, guys. I can't remember if I actually fell for that and thought like, hey, that's the actual Undertaker, or if I, you know, he even had the little fresh tattoo. That was great. You see him stand side by side. You know, Taker has his real tattoos, but then you got the fake Undertaker, chains, we'll call them chains, with clearly fresh ink. And of course, it's clearly just probably drawing on. But anyway, but yeah, so there you have it. I do love this is like one of the longest fucking intros. Because first DiBiase comes out and brings out his Undertaker, and then out comes Paul Bearer. And of course, when Paul Bearer comes out, I just love the King. I love Jerry Lawler on commentary because he's just kind of like, oh, you don't even have an Undertaker. I'm like, really? Is that what you really think? Like, Paul Bearer's gonna come out and be like, I don't have one. Gigs up. You guys win. And he'll walk like, no, of course Undertaker's coming out. 2 Druids walk out, rolling a casket out there. You know, I never understood why they didn't capitalize on the Druids. Like, seriously, you could have debuted so many wrestlers as former Druids. Like, that was always like, you know, obviously I'm not really in shape now, but as a younger kid, I always thought, like, that'd be my gimmick. That if I ever made it big into the thing, like, my gimmick would be as a former Druid. I didn't even care if I stayed in WWF. I would just get there long enough to be a Druid. I'll just, you know, for one of his entrances, I would just pop the hood off long enough people see it's me underneath it. I'll be fired, and I'll go back to the indie scene. My entire gimmick would just be, I'm a student of the dark side. Bam. There you go. Would have been set for life right there. Just indie wrestler, dark side, student of the dark side. That would have been the entire gimmick. It would have been great. They never went on with that at all. It would have been awesome. But anyway, two Druids come out, bringing the casket, and then of course Paul Bearer gets in there and he has the biggest urn ever. Like normally he has a little bitty urn. This thing's massive. And of course he opens it up, and of course we know it's a flashlight for fuck's sake. But kayfabe, I guess like when the soul of the Undertaker ascended to the sky out of the casket that one night, that it somehow got trapped in the urn, or he bottled it up. I guess he was just cool with him just, you know, taking some time off, just resting. Taker not proving anything else anymore. Former world champion, most feared man in the WWF. But then this imposter comes out, and Paul Bearer's like, I put a stop to that. So he comes out, that giant urn, and he opens it up, unleashing the power of the Taker. A big beam of light shoots out, causing lightning and thunder in the arena, and shit just goes dark. And it's just, the light's everywhere. He's doing this shit with it, and the light. And then guess what? Lights go out, you just hear the gong, and there's the Undertaker at the entrance ramp. Don't give a shit. I don't care how hokey that sounds. Fucking awesome. Fucking awesome. Love it. Taker comes out. Dude, he looks menacing too. Like, he just looks like he's pissed off. And he gets in the ring, and there he is, towering. I love it because this is, I'm pretty sure this is the first time we've seen him with purple gloves on. Because the old Taker, the imposter Taker, he's wearing the gray gloves. And then, of course, here's the Undertaker with his purple gloves, and he's just staring down at it. Not gonna lie, once again, you know, the other one, Brian Lee, you know, he's the Undertaker in this one. The other Undertaker, the imposter Taker, like, good-sized guy. Looks, like, intimidating. Like, honestly, I just wish I could remember if I fell for it or not. That's the only thing that's kind of troubling. It's puzzling me right now. Because I just feel like, I don't know, could he, you know... I was a kid, for fuck's sake. I was like 9 years old at the time, so I mean, yeah, I could have been fooled. It would have been a big deal. Anyway, so, but yeah, we finally get the match started. It's more or less the first half of this is just a Taker squash. Like, he just kills the fake Taker. The unfortunate thing is the crowd is silent through this all. Vince tries to pull off the whole, wow, the crowd is just stunned. It's like, no, they're not stunned. They're just not into it. And that's unfortunate because the match is not that bad. People shit on it. They're like, well, that's bad. It's not a bad match. The match itself is decent. I mean, it's a Taker match with, you know, Brian Lee. And it's like, once again, I think they put on a good match. I mean, it wasn't the greatest match ever. I'm not saying this is like Shawn Michaels, Undertaker, WrestleMania, whatever, retirement match. No, not at all. What I am saying, however, is it was good. It was definitely, you know, it's passable. I'll say passable. We'll go passable. I liked it. Fake Taker comes back for a short minute, but doesn't last long. The real Undertaker hits him up with three tombstone pile drivers. Just fucking demolishes him. 1, 2, 3, it's over. The 2 Druids come back out. Of course, at this point, DiBiase runs away. The 2 Druids come out. They pop the casket open. They drop the fake Taker in there, and they go off into the back. And Undertaker celebrates in the ring on the one knee, doing the gesture. We get backstage in freight driven, and I forget what George Kennedy's name was in the franchise, but George Kennedy, actor George Kennedy, they come across the coffin. Of course, there's smoke emanating from it, and they open it up, and it's empty. And then George Kennedy looks up and says, "The case is closed, Frank." And Leslie Nielsen's just like, "Wait, what?" And he walks over there, and there's a briefcase, and it's closed. The case is closed. I love it, because I'm a big fan of Naked Gun. I love those kind of jokes. Does it belong in our wrestling? Probably not, but I'm letting it slide because, god damn it, I love The Undertaker, so we'll let it go. But yeah, and then there you go. Case was closed. The fake Taker is just vanquished. And then Real Undertaker reigns supreme. After this, Undertaker, fake Taker would not be seen for like another 2-3 years. He would come back as Chains in the biker gang DOA, Disciples of Apocalypse. The Real Undertaker would go on to exact some revenge against Yokozuna, having a rematch, another casket match at the Survivor Series. This time, there would be a special guest outside enforcer in the form of Chuck Norris. WWF 94, the new generation. We already had Leslie Nielsen and Chuck Norris. This is great. This is the best fucking thing ever. So yeah, there you go. Taker go after Yokozuna. We'll talk more about that though. I promise you that, because that will literally be well, that's the main event Survivor Series. We'll definitely talk about that when we get there. And then yeah, it's about and Ted DiBiase went back to the drawing board, went back and kept his corporation going. As a corporate, it's like one of the worst stables ever. Like, when I think of like worst stables, I'm like, $1 Million Corporation's got to be up there, because it was the $1 Million Corporation. Anyway, so yeah. Anyways, that was that right there. I like this match. I do. Once again, is it cheesy? Absolutely. It's fucking cheesy as fuck. I don't want my Undertaker any other way. I'm sorry. I love the Undertaker doing these kind of matches. I love the gimmick matches. I love the gimmick opponents. Gimmick story. I love it all. I mean, seriously, I love that. And I think this is unique. Maybe it didn't click with everybody at the time. Maybe it still doesn't click now. I don't know. Maybe I'm the only person that likes it. Just me and Brian Lee. Well, Brian Lee's dead. Never mind. Well, it's me. Just me. I'm the only one sitting here going, you know what? I like this. This is a good storyline, but people didn't like it, and that unfortunately just shoved Brian Lee back down to the card. Because I guess apparently there's supposed to be more. Like, they were going to keep the storyline going, but that was the end of that. But yeah, no, it was a good match. It was a good way for Taker to come back. He reinvented his look a little bit, not much. Didn't alter like he would later on, but he took a different direction. And yeah, just let you know that Taker is back, and no one can replace him. This proved it right here. So no cheap imitators. So let me know what you guys thought of the Undertaker versus Undertaker match. Drop those comments down below. And guys, tune in tomorrow night. Fall Brawl 1994. War Games, baby. That's all I got. So guys, thank you for watching, and until next time.